They'll kick from the southern end.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Riverside Oval in suburban Port Adelaide. This is the Gridiron South Australia preliminary final. And we are going live around the world this afternoon thanks to Spacequake Sports. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Two teams battling for a berth in the Great Southern Bowl. The Spartans in black, the Eagles in purple. My name's Phil Herden, joined by Nick Priest. Nick, good afternoon. What are you expecting this afternoon?
Well, these are definitely the two of the top three teams in the side. The Spartans with a solid defense and a strong running game. The Eagles pretty deep at all three levels and have the depth of players to really wear teams out. It'll be interesting to see how we go today. The Eagles won the toss, elected to defer, so they will receive the second half kickoff and will be ready to give things off to the Spartans to start things off. Plowman ready to kick, and we're about ready to get things underway.
So the Eagles come in with a 6-win, 3-loss record. The Spartans 3 wins, 6 losses in third spot. But records in the regular season mean nothing now. With 0-0 on the scoreboard, one Great Southern Bowl berth for the winner. Plowman will kick off. And Lamont will see that through the back of the end zone and off to the scoreboard. Spartans will take over 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. And one of the first questions this afternoon is who will be starting at Spartans quarterback for the injured Dave Webb?
Well, the Spartans look like they'll bring out Pele De Francesca, who plays wide receiver for them sometimes and is their backup quarterback. Dave Webb will miss today's game and may miss the Southern Bowl as well if the Spartans get that far, but looks like De Francesca is there. Bourne, the difference maker at running back. 2 receivers each side for the Spartans. And we'll see what they have in store for us on first down. Motion man across. Jet sweep. With the little end around. Tries to turn the corner and pick up a couple. Davies on the carry and not get a quick look at where he got shoved out of bounds. It's going to be a loss of about 3 on the carry, so 2nd and 13 coming up.
It has been a war of attrition for these two sides in recent weeks, losing some key players along the way.
I'll start. Number 74 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
So Angus Henderson incurring the early wrath of officialdom this afternoon. 2nd and 13 becomes 2nd and 18. The Spartans backed up. They're heading to the southern end. The Eagles are heading to the northern Port Adelaide clubroom end. De Francesca had time to throw the ball, and there's one distinct difference with last week. He was looking for Evan Davies get the Hogs last week. He had Hogs in his face from the snap every single time he went back. This time just had those couple of seconds to get the throw off, but missed the target.
So 3rd and 18 coming up for the Spartans. It is a tough situation that they've got themselves in. They have one of the most dangerous men in the competition in the backfield in Bourne, but on 3rd and 19, it may be tough for him to get the yards. De Francesca steps up, flings out wide, and his receiver was blocking instead of turning back to look for the ball, and flag comes out. We'll get a ruling here. If he was blocking, it could be offensive pass interference.
Pass interference on the offense, number 88. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Well, sure enough, penalty is declined. That was the 2nd on the Spartans, but this one, the Eagles like the result of the play better than they like half the distance to the goal penalty. Michael Tedmondson, who is an all-state punter. Back to return, low snap fielded by Tedmondson, gets a kick off, and gets a nice kick, lands at about the 40, and gets a roll. Eagles roll to about the 38-yard line where it's down, and that's where the Eagles will take over on offense for the first time today. 26-yard punt But lucky to get that one up and away was Tedmanson. Now we'll get our first look at the Eagles offense here today, going against a Spartans defense that lives to force turnovers.
These two met in last year's preliminary final, and it was a bit of a turnover fest. The Spartans victorious in that one, before losing to the Hogs in the Great Southern Bowl. First drive for the Eagles, starting in Spartan territory. And the ball off. Running play to the far side. That's number 13, John Sever. And some good first down yardage. That's going to be a gain of about 6 to 7.
When the Eagles have had success running the ball, they've generally had it working to the outside and just seeing if they can stretch that defense. Looks like they'll give them 7, so 2nd and 3 coming up for the Eagles here. Crummy under center, 2 receivers either side. Drops back, throws it quick to the flat, and breaking a tackle is Mitchell Gavros, and has the first down just outside the red zone, down to about the 21-22 yard line.
So we have our first down of the afternoon. Chains on the move. Eagles are in the Spartan red zone. Oh no, just outside it. 1st and 10 from about the 22. They'll go with a run right up the middle. And we do play at the home of the Port Adelaide Rugby Union Club, and that eventually resembled a rugby union scrum. The carry by Seve. Again, great first down yardage. Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and short, and Nick, this brings up a whole stack of options for the Eagles offense.
Well, 2nd and short is really what you're looking to get into as an offense, because the playbook suddenly opens up to you. You don't have to get all the yards you need for a first down because you still have 2 more downs. So you can take a shot here. Crummy rides the handoff to Sevi, and Sevi turns the corner, has the first down before being knocked out of bounds at about the 5 yard line. So nice carry there on 2nd and 1. And the Eagles knocking on the door, 1st and goal from about the 6. Sevi having a quick chat with the coaches on the sideline before coming back in. Crummy runs in with the play. And the Spartans looking to stand tall, defend their goal line.
So normally teams get first down, they get 4 plays to go 10 yards. Now it's 4 plays to cross the goal line. 1st and goal. Run play. Survey hit low. Taken down before the goal line. That's Lamont for the Spartans. Gains some. Probably a gain of 2. 2nd and goal from the 4.
Well-designed play. It opened up, but Lamont was just able to meet him there and meet him there on that angle where he wasn't going to get run over. So just able to stop the momentum, tackling low and taking the legs out from under Sevi. 2nd and goal coming up for the Eagles. Crummy drops back, looks to throw, and has it in the end zone. Touchdown. It looks like Gavros came away with it for the score. So that's 6-0. Eagles out in front early with the extra point yet to come. After a touchdown, teams have the option to go for either 1 point on a kick or can try to score another touchdown from the 3 yard line, which would give them 2 points. Eagles looking to try the 1 point option. Plowman, best kicker in the competition, lining up and ready to give this one up. Crummy gets the hold down, kick is up, hits the upright and falls short. No good. So 6-0 is your score. The Eagles out in front with the touchdown, but no success on the extra point. And there's an Ibis on the field. So let's get him escorted off. Little bit of unique Australian flavor to this playoff round, just showing that we are in fact in Australia. There he goes. Fly safe, buddy.
Yeah, the Giants may have their cat, but you don't see the cat fly away.
I'm mostly just getting Phil through comms. I'm barely getting you at all.
Thus far, the script going very much the Eagles' way. They've got an early lead. Fourth time these two teams have met this season.
Yeah.
This Plowman's ready to get us back underway. Kick three field goals in an earlier encounter. One of the advantages the Eagles have over most other teams is a kicker that's going to go through the goalposts. It'll be 6 points in Gaelic football, but just a touchback in American. And it'll be Spartans from their 20 once again. Their three previous meetings, they opened the season way back, feels like way back, September 19. And the Eagles shut out the Spartans 22-0. October 19, we saw no offensive touchdown scored. It was the Spartans 6-0. And then 2 weeks ago, the Eagles victorious 20 points to 8. So the Eagles have won 2 of the 3 encounters this year. So it's 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
Different just go under center. Hand off, and there's our first look at Bourne bouncing through tacklers and picking up about 4 on first down. Bourne has that electric gear and has come up with some big plays, often negated by penalties, but when he gets to that second level, there is just no harder man in the competition to bring down than Deshaun Bourne. Spartans looking at 2nd and 6, 2 receivers each side. Devin Jessica throws it out to the flat, high and wide, incomplete. So 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Spartans.
Well, the bad news is it's 3rd and still some yards to go, but better than the 3rd and 18 they faced in their last series. Pretty key for the Spartans to get some offensive generated. They were shut out 50-0 by the Hogs last week. What turned out to be a game that nothing was at stake, but not the way you want to enter the playoffs. 3rd and 6, defense just good with the pitch out to Bourne, loose ball, blown dead. And was that because it was believed to be a forward pass maybe, and that's incomplete, or did the whistle go a bit quick?
Well, the issue is that the whistle was blown, and so the play has to die there, even if it's an inadvertent whistle. And so the referees will talk about it. If it was a backwards pass, it would be a live ball, but there was no clear recovery by either team. The referee is actually the one who picked it up himself. So no recovery, the whistle blown. It will probably be 4th down. We'll have to have a little chat about this, see where exactly the ball was down when the whistle was blown. So it looks like the punt team will come on for the Spartans. Oh for 2 now on 3rd down. So, all sorts of interesting rules being come out here early in this playoff round. Tedmanson ready to kick it away for the 2nd time. This snap is better. Tedmanson gets it up and angles it towards the sideline, gets a good Spartans roll, and goes past midfield down at about the 41-yard line of the Eagles. You will notice that we have a 90-yard field instead of the standard 100 yards. Midfield is the 45-yard line. Just things are a little bit short here on a rugby oval, but 29 yards on the punt, no return. And the no return is the big goal for the Spartans because Eagles have had electric returns, and return touchdowns in the competition. 1st and 10 Eagles.
Pitch our play. John Sava again gets the call, looks to break the corner, gets past the first hit, gains about 3. So the Eagles already getting some positive rushing yards, 5 carries, 28 yards. There's 7 offensive players all going forward of the sticks. Their last drive, 6 plays, 36 yards. That gives them the 6-0 lead. If you've just joined us, this is the preliminary final. Winner off to the Great Southern Bowl next week to take on the dynasty that is the Adelaide Uni Hogs.
So 2nd and 7 coming up. 2 receivers each side for the Eagles. Haven't had much chance to use them yet. Crummy looks down the middle of the field, has Gavros, throws high, but Gavros is able to stretch out and snatch it out of the air for the first down. And back into Spartans territory once again. The Eagles are on the move. Just 2 plays. Gets it in Spartans territory. 19 yards on the game. And it has been the Gavros show through the air thus far. He has collected all of the targets and made all the receptions for the Eagles thus far. 1st and 10.
The Eagles already 4 first downs as Sava gets the call up the middle, and they're balancing it nicely.
You're getting pushed back every play. Hold your ground.
No sighting of last year's MVP Josh Long as yet. Another gain of 3. So already 48 yards of offense, and they're threatening 2nd and 7 from the 26.
And this is definitely the Eagles' game. If they can get this into a shootout, the Spartans have not shown the firepower to get things out. Quick throw out, shoved out of bounds. Looks like short of the line to gain. Daniel Toy with the reception, breaking the Gavros streak of getting every single reception thus far. So we'll come up on 3rd and 1. Eagles' first 3rd down opportunity of the day. And they get it in about as favorable position as you can have it on a 3rd down. If this is your first Gridiron game, each team has 4 plays in order to gain 10 yards to get a fresh set of downs. They're set up at the red zone here, just inside the 20. Spartans showing pressure up the middle. Backing out of it now, waiting for the snap. Crummy under center. And flag down. They didn't get the play away in time.
Delay of game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
So first penalty of the day. On the Eagles, 3rd overall. And that turns the 3rd and 1 into a 3rd and 6. So much more difficult proposition. Again, they do have the kicker in Plowman to be able to pick things up if they aren't able to pick up the first down, but it would be a very long one by Gridiron SA standards. So maybe 4-down territory for the Eagles if they don't get it here. Crummy drops back to throw, looks to his right, and batted down at the line. A thunderous block coming through the line was Scott Muldoon, and he just swallowed that throw. So 4th down, the Eagles bring on the kicking team. And will this be... Yep, it looks like they're going for the field goal here.
So 42-yard attempt with a slight breeze assistance. Got the kick away, and it's going to fall short. No good, so the Spartan D holds up on the 2nd series. It remains 6-0 Eagles. Spartans will take over at the 25. Hope you enjoying the game live at Riverside or via the wonders of the World Wide Web and Spacequake Sports.
your eyes on him because he does.
So, once again, Spartans hand off Bourne, first down, and he is just chopped at the legs before he can get things going. Gain of about 2 on the carry. And for Bourne, that is a victory for the Eagles defense if you can stop him before he gets the 6 yards that he tends to grind out. 2nd and 8 coming up. Spartans looking for their first down. Three receivers on the right side, one on the left for De Francesca. Bourne the lone setback once again. Fakes the throw short and batted out of the air. Garner was there, number 54 for the Eagles, in the passing lane and just swallowed that ball up, batted it down. 3rd and 8 coming up for the Spartans. Thus far 0 for 2 on 3rd down. And haven't been able to get in those 3rd down and medium 3rd down and short where you can really feed Bourne. This is going to be 3rd and 8 and will be an adventure. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. And the Eagles sideline starting to get fired up. Counter handoff Bourne, and Bourne is met at the line and dropped. 22 eyes on the Eagles defense, and all of them were pointed at Dorshan Bourne on that 3rd down carry. He gets stopped at the line. 4th down coming up. Michael Tedmondson back on to punt.
So Spartans offense, 3 series, 3 and outs thus far. Tedmondson back to punt. He's had a 26 and a 29-yarder. Gets this kick away. None of them have been returned as yet. And it'll pin the Eagles as deep as they've been all day at the 34-yard line. .34-yard punt to Tedmondson. Eagles ball 1st and 10, latter stages of the 1st quarter, and the Eagles leading 6-0.
So the Spartans defense getting a little bit pushed around early on, which is not the norm for them. See if they will step up here. They certainly have the talent. All state defenders at several positions. 2 receivers each side of Crummy. Quick toss out, Sevi. No, it's not Sevi. It's the number 19 of the Eagles, Sean Brown, on the carry. He's able to turn upfield and pick up about 7 before being swarmed by the men in black. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Eagles. So those big 1st down plays have been key for the Eagles as it sets up 2nd down, which is easily able to be picked up, and 3rd downs, which they've only faced 1 of thus far. Coming back, handoff Brown the other way, takes it out wide before turning up, has the 1st down, and looks about 4 more on top of that, so gain of about 6 before being shoved out of bounds. So the Eagles are just getting what they want on the ground early on here today. Crossing midfield into Spartans territory, 1st down.
Yep, they've done the first fundamental thing in football, establish a ground game. Running the ball 45 yards on 8 carries thus far. It's averaging 5 to 6 yards. Crummy bubbles the low snap, and it's picked off. Here's a chance for the Spartans D. There's a clear lane to the end zone, a couple to beat. But in the end, it's Jaden Kasbara. Late flag on the play, well after the interception. But is that the spark that gets the Spartans going? The intercept and a huge return, the biggest yardage play of the afternoon.
Flag down on the play, though. It was thrown after the interception, so the interception will likely stand. What will be determined is where the Spartans will start this offensive possession. If it's on the Eagles, that could be half the distance to the goal.
Personal foul, number 52 on the Eagles. Half distance will be assessed from the end of the run. 1st down.
So A red zone possession turns into a goal-to-go possession for the Spartans. First down and goal from the 9-yard line, and I don't want to tip the Spartans' hat so far, but this is Bourne territory all over.
Well, Spartans yet to get a first down. Not too often you start your offensive series first and goal. If they get a first down here, they'll tie this ball game and have a chance to go for the lead with the conversion. Big test for the Eagles defense here. Can the Spartans get some movement? They'll go to Bourne, who gets past the first, second, third, fourth, inside the 5. And that's the Spartans' biggest offensive play of the day. Gain of 5 down to the 4. Second and goal.
And that's pretty much what you see from Bourne. Just, he is not easy for one man to bring down. Three receivers on the left, one on the right for the Spartans here. Second and goal. Handoff Bourne once again, who knifes his way very close to the goal line. They'll spot him just short before the Eagles are able to swarm and drive him back, but he gets forward progress to wherever he was before being shoved back, and that's down at the 1-yard line. Third and goal, 4 down territory for the Spartans all the way, with a chance to either tie things up or take the lead if they're able to get a 2-point conversion. Third and goal.
Well, statistically, they've been blown out the water, but a chance here. 1 more yard and they tie the ball game. Francesca to the air and through some hands. No flags intended for Ben Martin. And we have a big 4th down play coming up here. Spartans are surely going for it. And just maybe they had to go with the pass to keep the Eagles the offense. And no surprise here that with a huge play, they're going to take either a timeout or that's the quarter.
Timeout to the Spartans. This is their first timeout for the half. 17 seconds remains in the first period.
So as the first quarter drives to an end, we have one of the key plays of this ball game. 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. The Spartans. See how far they open the playbook here. 1 yard. And if you're watching and you haven't been able to take in any games this season, the reason that you have different helmets for some of the Spartans is that the Southern District Oilers were unable to field a team this season. The Spartans were willing to take in the outcasts for 1 year before the Oilers return next season. And so men like Bourne, Lamott, Tedmondson, Dunham, and others, Guevara, as well as Sean Hall and Aff, all from Oilers, ready to potentially get a spot in the Great Southern Bowl. And quarterback sneak all the way, and big mob of bodies, looks like it's into the end zone. Touchdown is the call, and it is all tied up, 6-all here at the very, very end of the first quarter, and the Spartans will go for 2. Michael Tedmondson has been a place kicker in the past, but he's also their holder, so they can't really do too much here. Webb, in addition to being their regular quarterback, is their regular kicker. Tedmondson is generally the holder, so this is a situation where the Spartans will go for 2 all day. Bourne the setback, 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, and all kinds of movement everywhere. So either 5 yards back for the Spartans or half the distance. Not the worst penalty in the world if you're an Eagles fan. The Eagles end just whipped around there early, but was he drawn off sides is the question.
Good. Cracking some glass there.
Right at the snap. Offside, number 6 on the defence. Half distance to the goal, replay the try.
So about the least costly penalty that you can get in this situation. It does set things up where you could see that quarterback sneak come into play again. Third penalty of the day on the Eagles. First and goal, or not first and goal, but 2-point play. Off the hands of the defender, incomplete. Was looking for Martin. Ben Martin on the play. Incomplete. So we're all tied up, 6-all, and the Spartans will kick things off to the Eagles to start the second quarter.
So we're at the cherry picker.
Well, that brings back a little bit of memories of their second encounter, which was a 6-0 ball game, won by the Spartans off a defensive touchdown. Offensive shutout. And incredibly statistically, the Eagles have 88 offensive yards. The Spartans have 9. And we have a tied ball game. It'll be the Spartans to kick off. Evan Davies with the kickoff duties. Jesse Wygen is back at about the 5-yard line ready to receive once they work out where they can kick it from. Interesting day weather-wise in Adelaide. Blue skies, cool breeze. This Davies kicker, you can see it hold up in the wind. St Andrew Seabohm getting a touch of the football, barreling his way to the 40-yard line, and the Eagles will start off in pretty good field position. And that might just do it for the first quarter. It is, and we are tied at 6 apiece at quarter time. Hope you're enjoying the game live at Riverside or via Spacequake Sports.
Run up the middle. And gain of just 1, so
No, not really. I did not have that.
Tester on the tackle. And if the Spartans can stymie this Eagles ground game, they are definitely going to have a chance to be in it, because turnovers are just huge for each side.
Yeah, the good thing is Eric's playing.
Crummy. 2nd and 8. Sevi in the backfield with him. 2 receivers each side. Toss out to Sevi. Working to the left. Trying to turn that corner and dragged down by Tedmanson. Very near that stick. So gain of about 2 it looks like. And so Eagles looking at 3rd down for just the 2nd time today. And once again, 3rd and about 6.
So it's 3rd and 6 they had on their second series unsuccessful. They'll line up with 3 receivers on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
1 on the left. High snap. Crummy batted at the line of scrimmage. Could have been anyone's ball.
Right behind.
It falls incomplete. And for the first time today,
Yeah, I
we
was
may
about a
see
third of
the
the way
Eagles
up.
punt.
I was about a third of the way up.
Not just
But
punt,
I
but
was
go
pretty sure that
3
was
and
just
out.
wide, that's all.
So interesting situation
Cool,
here
cool. You want me
for
right
the
in middle?
Eagles. They had it clicking all through the first quarter, then the turnover right before the end put the Spartans on the board, and now the Spartans defense starting to get fired up. Spencer Lamont back to return for the Spartans. Kick is up, gets it away, and gets a good Eagles roll, being downed inside the 20. And so this time the Spartans will have to drive pretty much the length of the field if they're going to get another touchdown. Still don't have a first down, does the Spartans offense, but they have the touchdown, and that's what matters.
David just called me, so he just explained the touchdown thing. No, what I needed to do.
So
But
first
he
and
just said,
10
if it's a touchdown
from about
give me
the
a second to
18-yard
run out
line.
there.
Three receivers on the left for the
and then
Spartans. Handoff Bourne. Bourne to that second level and just levels a couple of people before being brought down right at that line to gain. So big run, and there's the first down of the day for the Spartans. And the more you see that, the better day it's going to be for the Spartans. First and 10 at about the 28-yard line.
So for those of you here at the ground, we've got the canteen open by the pirate ship.
No, it's Giants.
And the bar as well, plenty to enjoy through the afternoon. First and 10 Spartans.
Oh, no, it is.
DeFrancisco with the throw, has the catch. That's his first completion of the day. And that's gone to Alex Shabani, gain of a couple. All of a sudden, someone's flicked the switch.
Yeah, just be a little careful.
The Spartans' offense is going in a forwards direction. They're just at about the 29-yard line, second and a long 8.
Second down. I'm just trying to work out which way they're going.
Francesca going long, and that was well overthrown. Intended receiver John Formentera will bring up third and long.
So third and long, not a situation where the Spartans have thrived at all this season. They are statistically probably the worst third down offense that we've had in the competition this season, but trying picking up third and long here. Three receivers on the right. Handoff Bourne, and Bourne gets sledged in the backfield, still manages to fight his way back to the original line of scrimmage before being swarmed back. So no gain, but tremendous effort to just get back to the line of scrimmage. Edmondson back on, and the Spartans will punt once again.
Count, Kim. Check. Yeah, sorry. Good.
Edmondson, low snap, but is able to get it away, and it gets a tremendous punt off. Low return, gets out to the 35-yard line, and that's why Edmondson has been kicking it away from the Eagles return man thus far. And that time he just had to get it off. Got a booming kick out of it, but out-kicked the coverage, and the Eagles were able to get a nice return, setting them up once again with nice field position, just shy of the 40-yard line. About the 36. Cromie back on offense. And handoff up the middle. And this time, much better running room up the middle. Think of about 5 to the 40-yard line. Second and 5 coming up.
So it's about 21 degrees here in the South Australian capital, that's Celsius. Last day of spring today, summer starts tomorrow officially. Second down. 70 with the call. We'll get pretty close to that first down marker. From this angle, just shy.
Yeah, I was too late for that. Don't go to mine.
And with that 4-yard carry, the Eagles, actually he's got the first down. With that carry, the Eagles have 100 yards of offense already in this game. Just the 6 points to show for it. First down and 10 at midfield. Pass intended for Gavros, who was busy early. This occasion couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. Second down.
So the Eagles were clicking on all cylinders early, but now starting to
I gotta stay ahead of the game.
have some little hiccups in the passing game. 2nd and 10 coming up. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Hand off. And spinning out of tackles. Flag comes in from way, way, way in the back. Brown gets the carry and gets 1. But this will either be a tremendously positive or a tremendously negative play, depending on what the flag is.
There are multiple fouls on the play. Holding, number 68 on the offense. Personal foul, face mask.
Yards, but it's really a game of inches.
Number 6 on the defense. Those fouls offset, replay, second down.
So, flag came in with vigor, but there was another flag thrown at the line. Holding and a personal foul. Those fouls offset. And we'll just do it all again. 3rd penalty of the day on the Spartans, 4th on the Eagles, and we're still looking at 2nd and 10. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, 1 in the backfield. With Crummy, it's Brown. Spartans crowding things up near the line, just 1 safety back. Crummy throws it out, batted down, kind of off the helmet possibly of a Spartan. 3rd and very long coming up, longest 3rd down of the day for the Eagles. And they have not picked up a 3rd down even when it was shorter. So tough situation for the Eagles offense, 3rd and 10.
Officials have called a timeout just to sort through a couple of things. Been advised that next week, the Great Southern Bowl, the day that decides it all. Firstly, it will be live on Spacequake Sports, also live at the ground. Kickoff is 7 p.m. So some twilight football to see out the season. Hoping there's not too many overtimes.
I have like considered it.
That could get interesting.
Like, would you try to climb down the opposite?
Harvard-Yale game last week. Played at a stadium that doesn't have any lights. Almost ran out of daylight when we had a couple of delays.
It's never happened.
And it went to overtime. But 7 o'clock kickoff next week. Who will be there from these two? 3rd and 10 Eagles. To the air and incomplete. The flag thrown from way back. Intended, I think, from Zaya Dimitriou.
Now they'll have to have a discussion about this. If this was pass interference, see if it was a catchable ball. But a big play, depending on the call.
Holding, number 10 on the defense. 10 yards from the spot of from the previous spot, first down.
So tremendous, tremendous break for the Eagles there as they get their first third down conversion of the day on that penalty. Fresh set of downs and inside Spartan territory in a big way at the, looks like the 34-yard line of the Spartans. With the passing game sputtering, penalty bails out the Eagles, and we're looking at a fresh set of downs here. 2 receivers each side. Crummy tries to bat it into the flats. Instead, the ball is batted down with authority by Angus Henderson, who is feeling very proud of himself for his tremendous athletic feat. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Eagles.
Well, that's the 4th Eagles pass that's been tipped, batted, blocked. Basically, that hasn't got past the line of scrimmage. Spartans are rising to the occasion. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Goes to Brown. Flag in the middle of all of that. And a gain of 4. Flag pending. If you've just turned up or just discovered us on the web.
Yeah.
Holding, number 56 on the offense. 10 yards from the previous spot, still 2nd down.
This is the Gridiron South Australia preliminary final. 2nd and 3rd, Eagles in purple, Spartans in black. The winner goes to the grand final next week against the minor premiers, the Hogs of Adelaide University.
Yeah, right. It was a house party. It was near my house.
35th season
Slept for 2
of
hours.
Gridiron in South Australia. Eagles go back. Crummy, big pass across the middle, a big catch. And the last man standing for the Spartans, that was Zalotto,
No one cares, man.
makes the tackle.
You got everything.
And that was Daniel Toy with a huge play. Gives some momentum back to the Eagles, their 1st and 10 from the 22 of
I'm
the
just
men in black.
You're nothing but a flashback. Such
So,
a good call.
first down just outside the red zone, and the Eagles suddenly feeling a little bit more life. Pep in the step. Hand off Brown, spins out and gets swallowed up. Lamont and company there. It looked like Lamont and Tedmondson. So an Oilers sandwich around the Eagles back there as he picks up 3 yards after the 19-yard pass play. Second down, 7 yards to go. Just one safety back for the Spartans. They're clogging those running lanes. Crummy drops back to throw. Swings it, has a completion, and still fighting close to the goal line. Down at about the 5 is number 33, Stephen Draper. So 1st and goal for the Eagles, and after being stymied for much of the 2nd quarter, Eagles offense finding its rhythm once again with a goal to go situation. 1st and goal, Eagles.
So the Eagles 13 run plays, 11 pass plays. Trying to run a balanced offense this afternoon. 1st and goal. They'll go to Sevi. He breaks across the 5 and is down.
That probably wasn't worth it, that one. I'm walking past the ref.
And at about the 4-yard line.
No, correct. You'll go here. They're gonna push it.
2nd and goal. Again, Sevi. And he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. And their lead is restored. It is 12-6. A 2-yard touchdown run to Sevi with the conversion to come.
So 12-6 after the touchdown. Eagles retake the lead and have to be feeling better about the offense now. Plowman on to attempt the extra point, but Crummy having a quick chat with the coach first, as the officials are also conversing about the last play. So they've got the ball. Nothing will happen until they're ready for it. No, looks like they wave it off.
The ball was short of the goal line. The ball would be placed on the half-yard line. Third down.
So no touchdown. In fact, third down and goal. Fourth third down of the day for the Eagles. Shortest by far. Just 1 for 3, and that one was picked up by penalty. But this is key. Option look, Crummy surges forward and looks like into the end zone. There's the touchdown. Just took the extra play and gave the Eagles a third down conversion to feel good about on the drive as well. So now Eagles up 12-6 with Plowman on to attempt the extra point. Had the leg before, but bounced it off the crossbar. Missed a field goal short as well, so hasn't been the best day for the likely all-state kicker, Plowman.
Yeah, I think it is.
Ready to make things up here. Snap is down, kick is up, and it's good. So Eagles take the lead, 13-6. Spartans penalty gave the Eagles new life. And now Spartans find themselves trailing by the largest margin of the afternoon by 7. 13-6. Spartans ready to return this. Davies and Lamont back, along with Tedmondson once he's done tying his shoe. So a little 4-line look from the Eagles, from the Spartans on the return. Davies and Lamont back deep. Tedmondson at about the 20 in case it's a bit of a pop-up kick. And then you've got the walls of blockers up front.
Yeah, you know, sometimes
Plowman
it's not as good as you remember the first time. No?
kicks it up.
Until you flash back.
Lamont is under it, has it at about the 2-yard line. Has to bounce off his own blockers and gets down to the 26. So actually the best starting field position of the day for the Spartans. Starting this one at their 26-yard line, they are trailing by 7. Well, apart from the one coming off the turnover. Yes. So, 1st and 10, Spartans trailing by 7. Davies off the field. 3 receivers on the right. 1 on the left for Devin Jessica. Hand off Bourne, and he is met immediately. Carmody on the tackle and just swallowed him up well before he could get going. Bourne still gained 1 on the carry, and that's fairly tremendous.
How you doing up there, big boy?
Carmody is a big boy to have to drag with you for any length of time. Check back over, motion across. 3 receivers now on the right, 1 on the left. Martin on the left is one of Different Jessica's favorite targets. They go back to him and has the reception. Does Martin, the biggest play of the afternoon for the Spartans. Ball was thrown a little bit short, but Martin was able to get down and get under it for the first down. Tremendous concentration by Martin. And the Spartans set up now inside Eagles territory for just the second time
It is
today.
such a slow game. You got to kind of revel in it a bit. Here comes the red.
17 yards on the pass play. Spartans back in Eagles territory. Last time they were here, they scored. Need to score again, trailing by 7. First and 10, they'll go to the ground to Bornews.
Oh, he does.
Oh,
You gotta
that's
strike that ego.
17. So Nathan Palmer. Where's number 17? Gain of
Goddamn fly.
5. 4. Bring up second down and 6.
Stay on target.
Spartans have made the last 2 great Southern Bowls.
Stabilizer is so good.
Alas for them, come up short against the Hogs. Eagles looking to make their first one in 4
Stabilizer's so annoying.
4 seasons. As that one is incomplete.
Don't use mine. That's good, boy. Got him away.
2-minute warning. There is 1 minute 44 remaining in the half.
Yeah, there's quarters, but they don't really stop playing. Yeah, you're in the second quarter.
Third down. Francesco stands tall on the pocket, puts it up for Tedmanson, but incomplete. Stops the clock as the time starts to become a factor. The clock will stop for an incomplete pass like that one. Change of possession, a score. We'll stop briefly for a first down. Also stops with the play with the ball goes out of bounds or a timeout.
Right for me.
Spartans have used 1 timeout. I think the Eagles have all 3 remaining, and they, barring something unusual, are about to get the ball back. Tedmanson back to punt.
Referee boy keeps getting
Eagles like to be aggressive with their timeouts. Tedmanson takes a while to take a look at it before kicking this one away. Bounces inside the 20, picked up, now working down the sideline, shoved out of bounds inside the 20. So nice kick by Tedmanson, and the Eagles have plenty of work to do. By far their worst starting field position of the day. Back at about the 17-yard line. Tedmanson was the last target on the pass by DeFrancesca, then punted, and now is on playing defensive end, so no rest for 86 here today. He is a former All-Australian receiver, All-State punter. And this year, his first one playing at defensive end. And first one playing for someone other than the Oilers.
because they reflect the sky.
First and 10 for the Eagles.
No, I'm actually being serious.
Up by
Blue
7.
eyes do not have any pigment. Because you're full of shit.
Crummy. Handoff Sevi, working outside. Cuts it back up. Tedmanson is there. And gain of 1.
From Jersey Girl.
So Eagles looking to score here, and then they will receive the second half kickoff. So a chance to put this one away if they can get the offense clicking. Spartans want to get the stop, see if they can get their offense one more crack at the ball before the half. 2nd and 8 after the run by Sevi. Toss the other way. Sevi once again, and this time he'll lose 1. So 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Eagles.
feel like a little bucket on a screen.
Timeout to the Spartans. This is their second timeout for the half. 15 seconds remaining.
So 15 seconds, time enough for a couple of plays if there's a stoppage. Spartans, are they hoping to force a situation where they get the ball back for one more play?
Oh, everyone's just having drinks now. Jeez. Rub it in.
They do have one timeout left if they need to take it after this third down play.
Space quick quarter 5.
A reminder, next week, being advised that it is a 7 p.m. kickoff.
Wow. Goddamn.
Right here at Riverside Oval. Gridiron South Australia would like to thank the support of the Port Adelaide Rugby Union Club for having us here through the spring. Running play gains a yard. Spartans take their third and final timeout. They're pretty serious about wanting to get the ball back.
What was the win?
Timeout to the Spartans. This is their third timeout for the half.
Yes, it is a huge weekend for Gridiron everywhere. We had the 3 NFL Thanksgiving Day games yesterday, stack of college football games today and tomorrow. Many of the huge rivalries like the Iron Bowl, the Civil War, Bedlam. Michigan, Ohio State, the game. It's Sun Bowl Day up in Queensland. So after this one's finished and you get home, you'll check out the live stream as the North Brisbane Rhinos take on the Bayside Ravens.
Personal foul, face mask, number 13 on the defence. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And that penalty just absolutely eliminates all of the strategy the Spartans D has been doing, taking timeouts
Last year too?
to try and get the ball
Or is it
back.
the same injury? Or did he just leave?
So,
All good.
Eagles at the 35-yard line. Are they going to try a Hail Mary or just take their 7-point lead into the sheds? And they're sort of going to take the conservative option of keeping the ball on the ground, which, given how the game's worked out so far, not a bad option.
Wouldn't it be great if everyone on the purple team had...
And that'll do it for half-time. It is a 7-point lead to the Eagles, but the Spartans have shown they can produce a stunning play here or there and convert. We will take a break from the PA and from the broadcast. Hope you're enjoying it on Spacequake Sports. Second half will be back underway in about 15 minutes.
to come grab your helmet?
Sure who's it is, but go grab it.
Sorry?
Why would you even do it? He knows that I've been there and his helmet is like right into my hand. Yeah. And I'm like, I could have like literally just like held onto it, but I like pulled my hand out and like I let go. And that's so fucking.
Well, race 20 yards back.
Same thing, no, he's just ready.
Do you want to cut away?
I was probably
That's how they roll.
Oh, there he is. Hey, number 13. Some of the face
No, you're right.
Can you not face mask? It's just like, and then like number 3 again, not on the field.
Don't let Ray win.
On punt return, there's no point in returning. Just go for the block. If you get running and he turns, I would just go for the block.
I think we got that on camera.
Because like he takes so long that I see half of it. Like,
Hey, get yourselves warm, get ready guys, come on.
here we go, boys.
Kick off, first, kick off. Then defense. Let's go, Spartans! Big play. Do it! Let's go!
Let's go, boys. Birthday, boys.
Let's go, boys. It's gonna be 100% get down there.
Come on! Fire up there, lads!
If the fat dude catches it, legs. Tackle him in the legs. Right? He's just going to try and run over you. Don't just fall over in front of him. Get down, head up, wrap him in the legs.
Yeah, I reckon you got very.
Let's get it, boys! Do it, boys!
Guys, hey, that's it. Guys, hey, we've got this, okay? Let's take it, all right? Don't think at the end of the game, if only. Okay, you can't afford to have that at the end of the game and go, oh, if only I'd done this, or if only we'd been able to do this, okay? We can win this game, all right? We've got to take it, okay?
Yeah, boys.
Make it happen. It's there to be taken. Like, they're nervous, okay? Because they, like, outright, they should win this game, okay? Like, but they're nervous, okay? Because they know that we can beat them, all right? So we've got to go out there and take every opportunity, right? Take the game away from them. Don't wait for it to fall into our hands and then just go, oh shit, we managed to win it. Take it.
Come on, boys! Yeah, boys!
Let's
go!
Take it. I want to be here next week.
Let's do it! Do it! Let's be here next week!
Let's go, Spartans. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Spartans! Hey, now we got kick off. Woo! Let's go! Come on, kick off. Let's go!
Pointing at you to the guard. Yeah, because he done it a few times.
Let's go!
Get
it! Let's go!
And then see if that forces them, might force another delay of games.
Let's go, let's go!
Right on barrel. I'm done with it. I'm done with my fucking It worked 3 times in a day.
Just one. We're a little bit biased, but also they're on the side. I'm going to try and run out one.
Fucking bin chickens.
We've got a task to do, let's fucking do it. Let's go out there and execute. Execute, everybody execute. Yes, sir. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Go! Time. I want to play next week, so do you. Come on, boys. My birthday good. Oh, let's go! Get my best side, get my best side.
Alright, turn around.
Turn around, turn around. Get my best side.
Scotty and I just don't do it.
Oh my god, look. Getting jiggered. No, we're not. We're doing a repeat of last year. Yeah, I kind of crushed his dreams a little bit with that too. But it wasn't pretty bad. I want to watch
I never did one pre-game. He finishes his game, he's going to be happy.
You know what we say in my language?
You hear him say, right, you call my name, whatever, if I'm to the right, just say that. That's how I broke my leg really well.
Let's hit somebody!
But no one ever says the line.
Yeah.
We know that he Ryan.
Oh yeah, that would all slide.
Can I get some product placement? Give me some Red Bull dollars. Give me some Red Bull dollars.
Here we go, boys.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
No, it's fun.
Every play.
Dead.
Every play.
Wait, hold on. Oh, I was just about to spit. We start yelling, right.
Alright, we're kicking from the left. Let's go, kick off. Get out there.
Here we go, Spartans.
Let's go, boys.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
You gotta trust me, man.
Don't let him get a release on me.
Hey guys, back it up. Hey. Silence. Dave, back it up.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, just freaking nothing.
Kick is up. We're underway here in the second half. Davies pushes it short, fielded at the 26-yard line. Draper has it, reverses course, and down at about the 32-yard line. Since he went back on his own, he doesn't get the forward progress. As long as he's trying to get more yards, it means that the play goes as long as he does. So Eagles will start up at the 32-yard line to start this second half. 13-6 is your score. 2 receivers each side. And the Eagles looking to put this one away. If they can get a score here, they can kind of sit on it metaphorically from an offensive perspective.
What's my 20?
Handoff up the middle. Sevi bounces off the line, bounces it outside. Tedmanson is there and tackles with company. Also there is Lamont. As well as Jonathan Barrand. So gain of 2 on the carry. Tremendous effort by Sevi just to get something positive out of that because he ran into a big wall of nothing. 2nd and 8. Two receivers each side once again. Crummy takes the snap. Batted down by Tedmanson. Just spiked into the ground. 3rd and 8 coming up for UniSA. Eagles now 3 for 6 on 3rd down. 2 of them have come by penalty. And that's the 5th or 6th time we've seen a Spartan defensive lineman batting down a ball. 3rd and 8, big play for the Spartans defense. Coming around and burying Crummy back at the 25-yard line. Angus Henderson with the sack, but if he hadn't gotten them, Muldoon and Tedmondson were also in the area. So 3 and out for the Eagles. Lamont back to return, and this could be the start of a big second half for the Spartans, and they need it, trailing by 7, 13-6.
Plowman has to work around the rush. Does so with a good kick, takes an Eagles bounce, but Lamont will get a run back for the Spartans. Gets past the first rush. He's got some open space to work with. Then the cavalry arrive, gets out to about the 41. In the end, it's a net gain of about 20 yards for the Eagles. So the Spartans faced that little tricky bit where the Eagles had the ball to end the first half and start the second, but the Eagles came up pointless from those 2 possessions.
Was that a turnover?
And now it's the Spartans' turn. Fair well since they've had the ball. 1st and 10. And outside of the 1st and goal from the 9 off the intercept, this is the best field position that the Spartans have had all day. 2 receivers either side. And the Eagles are claiming they've got the football. And they do. A 1st down fumble off the snap. Eagles take over in Spartan territory. That is a big break to start this second half.
And so just when you thought momentum was going the way of the men in black, started off the second half, the Eagles now take over in Spartans territory at about the 42-yard line. Two receivers either side for Crummy. One in the backfield once we're whistled in, ready for play. 13-6 is still your score. Crummy, handoff Sevi, and gets the leg pulled after a gain of about 5. Good to see him upright. That could not have been a very fun landing, having your leg pulled out from under you like that. So they'll give him 4. So 2nd and about 6 coming up.
Yeah, just rename me in your mind.
Two receivers either side once again. Crummy and Sevi in the backfield. Toss out, Sevi. Tries to turn the corner, but he is met. Flags down. Muldoon and Ottens on the tackle. Sits up 3rd down, but flag down as well.
Those are the fucking best code names ever.
Standing back, won't you?
Holding 56 on the offense. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
All right, so penalty on the Eagles. Their 2nd hold of the day. But Spartans like the result of the play and like 3rd down better than they like 10 yards to their advantage. Officials are a little bit slow.
That penalty is accepted. 10 yards from the previous spot. Still 2nd down.
No, instead they'll, after thinking about it, they'll take the penalty. 10 yards back for the Eagles. And back into Eagles territory at their own 41-yard line. So it has been heavy to start this third quarter. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Crummy drops back, under pressure, has to turn up, and turns into, ball comes loose. Crummy falls on it, but it's all the way back at the 28-yard line. Tremendous break, and Eagles will be looking at 3rd and forever. Loss of 10. So, from the 29-yard line, they have to reach the Spartans' 32-yard line to get a first down. So 29 yards for the first down, 3rd and 29. And despite the Eagles' recent success on 3rd downs, they haven't quite faced one like this. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Crummy throws short and gets swallowed up at about the 41-yard line. So 4th down coming up for the Eagles.
In isolation, nice 13-yard pass play. However, the Eagles needed about 28 and are well short of that first down marker. So, chance for Plowman here to punt with the wind at his back, and if he can position it, pin the Spartans offense deep to start their next series. Kick is away. It looks like it's going to bounce into the end zone and towards the canteen. That'll be a touchback, and for the 3rd time today, the Spartans will start off at their 20-yard line. First and 10. It is the University SA Eagles 13, the Spartans 6. Still a one-play footy game, early stages of the 3rd quarter.
Blackout lightning. Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Darshawn Bourne in the backfield. Fakes the carry and throws downfield looking for Martin, but triple coverage there. Just set up the play action, but Bourne ended up running right to where the route was going, so lots of people in purple there. 2nd and 10 coming up. So, De Francesca takes the snap, counter handoff Bourne, and Bourne grinds. Gets out from under a pile of purple bodies, got back to the line of scrimmage and not much more. Now they'll give him 1 on the carry. 3rd and 9 coming up.
Third down and 9. De Francesca aims downfield, but it falls well short. 4th down scenario, another 3 and out for the Spartans and they will be punting from about their 10-yard line. Eagles chance here to start off in Spartan field position with a decent special teams play here. Tedmondson pretty much on near the goal line here to punt it away.
More like cloud 8.5, really.
Kick is up, it's wobbly, lands about midfield, and Spartans down it right away at about the 40-yard line of the Eagles. So we're right there Angus Henderson downed it, and it's not often you see a lineman get down there to down punts, but Henderson brought the enthusiasm. And the Eagles take back over with nice field position, start things off. Not quite in Spartans territory, but pretty good. 2 receivers either side. Crummy tosses out. Brown is driven back, just strung it out wide, and at some point he has to cut it upfield and get what yards he can. Instead, he was just content being escorted to the sidelines, where more and more people in black and red turned up to greet him. Loss of 3 on the carry, 2nd and 13.
Just call a timeout next time.
Brown, a tall runner. 2nd and 13. 2 receivers either side. Crummy drops back to throw. Has a man, but puts it in front of him, incomplete. Was looking for Gavros once again, but unable to come down with it. And once again, we're looking at 3rd and long for the Eagles. Last time on 3rd and 29, they got 13. This time, they need 13.
Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah.
So the Eagles very strong offensively their first couple of drives until the intercept, and managed to get some good passes off with their second touchdown. Pretty stagnant thus far in the second half.
Got like a sleevey thing. That's
3rd and 13. And again, Crummy again, he's getting a lot of pressure. This time keeps the ball. And that's going to bring a flat. Well, no, it doesn't. Okay. Got back to the 40-yard line. 4th down. Fourth down. Playing with a high kick. This one takes an Eagles bounce. Is it too much of an Eagles bounce? It's going to be spot on. It's going to be 1st and 10 Spartan inside their own 5-yard line. And lots of pressure here on the Spartans offense not to give up the safety or something worse. Backed up against the clubhouse. We're still in the 3rd quarter. It's the Eagles 13, the Spartans 6.
That's a big risk, actually.
So 1st down. In the shadow of their own goalposts are the Spartans. Bourne the lone setback, 2 receivers either side. Haven't seen a lot of Davies coming across. Handoff Bourne. That motion gets him. He's got the corner. He's in the open field. He's moving down the field down to the 30-yard line is Bourne. Tremendous run. And 1st down, Spartans. 48 yards on the run by Bourne. Flag comes in very, very late, and we've got some chatting after the play.
Yeah, you sabotaged me though. You said they were coming towards me. Wasn't it? Wasn't a turnover.
So, chains are set, but we're still waiting on the outcome of the flag. All sorts of discussion going on there. Flag came in very, very late. So after the play, it'll be first down Spartans, but where?
Personal foul, horse collar tackle, number 43 defense. 15 yards at the end of the run, first down.
So the tremendous run by Bourne turns even more tremendous as the Spartans are in the red zone for just the second time today. 1 for 1 thus far. Bourne again, the lone setback, 2 receivers either side. Fakes Bourne up the middle, batted off the hands of Martin, incomplete. Off the little play action there, and that is the tweak. Once you get Bourne going, that play action should be there if David and Cheska can just connect. Martin had to leave his feet on that one and couldn't bring it down. 2nd and 10 coming up from about the 17-yard line.
Well, the Spartans are giving themselves a shot right here. 2nd and 10. And some movement before the snap.
False start, number 34 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Well, that doesn't help. Ball pushed out to the 22. Spartans have been penalised 6 times today.
So did they just lose a down or whatever?
That's the ones they've actually been docked yardage on. 2nd down and 15. Is there a loose ball? It is! I reckon the Eagles might have got it back. We'll wait on the official call. It's an Eagles ball. 2nd fumble this quarter by the Spartans, and an opportunity goes begging. Eagles take over at the 18. Just.
Don't worry about it, Dad. Joe, clear the line, please. Outside back of wide.
So it has been
Good count, kid.
very much a defensive battle in this second half.
Oh, they're kicking. Oh, they're not.
Again, movement on the snap. Is it a free play for the Eagles? We'll find out shortly. The play continues. And that brings a gain of 6, depending on the penalty. So the Spartans have shown the ability to get off a run here or there. The Eagles have run the ball pretty effectively today, but the passing game has tightened up. The pressure from the defensive
Offside
line.
on the defense. 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
Pressure from the defensive line of the Spartans. They've batted away. They've got to Crummy a couple of times. They're getting better the more this game progresses. So the Spartans, that's penalty number 7, 1st and 5. Run right up the middle to Sevi, and that defensive line pressure holds again. Scott Muldoon got himself a Black Friday present a day late. 2nd and 6.
Well, why wait for Cyber Monday when we play today? 2nd and 6. Eagles put 2 receivers either side. Crummy in the backfield with Sevi. Crummy, quick throw out. High, incomplete. Was looking for Daniel Toy once again. Incomplete, 3rd down and 6 coming up. Big down for the Spartans defense. Looking to get the stop and get things back to their offense. Still trailing by 7 as the 3rd quarter starts to wind down. Spartans' defensive line is giving Eagles offense all it can handle right now in the third quarter. Handoff and met. Tedmanson gets the leg. Sevi gets 1 yard. And Plowman will get ready to punt. Lamont back to return. Spartans have been coming after these punts and have gotten decently close. So if the snap isn't clean, this could be an opportunity. Back at the 5-yard line is Plowman. Snap is good. Kick is up. Lamont is under it. Takes it on the run. And flag down on the near sideline. Lamont fights his way to the 40-yard line, but flag down. This one may be coming back.
Yeah, the flag thrown a fair way away from where the action was happening. As the play stands at the moment, the Spartans, courtesy of Lamont's exceptional return, will start off in Eagles territory. Flag waved off.
It's only one game, right?
So it's not quite the 9-yard line where they started a drive where they scored their only touchdown, or the 18-yard line they got to on their last drive, but last time they started a series, it was at their own 5-yard line. So don't go anywhere, folks. This one still has a few chapters to write. 1st and 10 Spartans at their own 40, at the Eagles 40. Running play to Bourne is almost manhandled in that one, loss of a yard, and at the moment it's a battle between two defensive lines that are dominating the line of scrimmage at the moment.
So that was the same play with Davies coming across that Bourne got the big run off that time. That time the Eagles defense stayed home in numbers and were able to get Bourne back at the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers on the right now, and early start. 5 yards back for the men in black.
I'll start number 74 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
So those penalties are starting to rake up a tad. Second and 15. 3 receivers on the right-hand side.
It's all right. We're all facing the same way.
DeFrancesca goes to the left-hand side, and that's into the sideline. Incomplete. Gridiron South Australia, its 35th season this year. And its 3rd year based here at the Riverside Oval, suburban Port Adelaide. Port River just a few hundred metres behind the oval. Third down running play by Bourne, gained about 2. Turned the 3rd and 15 to a 4th and 13, so Spartans appear to have almost given up on that series with that call, but then again, Bourne's the big play man, so turnover of players indicates it's a punt. Tedmanson, see if he can pin the Eagles back deep. Just got the kick away, not even sure if that was partially touched. Takes an Eagle bounce and well caught by the Spartans to conserve the yardage. Eagles ball, 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 to the Eagles as the third quarter winds down. Likely the last drive of the third quarter. Will go into the fourth shortly. Eagles still with the advantage by 7. 2 receivers either side. Crummy tosses out Sevi. And Sevi is met in the backfield once again. Just nothing going on those tosses. And that is likely the last play of the third quarter. Sure enough, there's the whistle. We'll swap sides. Eagles still with the ball, but looking at 2nd and long. 2nd and about 13 when we come back from the sides flipping over. So both teams will get water, and we'll get a look at the fourth quarter. Eagles leading 13-6 over the Spartans. 1 quarter left to decide.
Folks, welcome live to Riverside Oval. Hope you're enjoying the game live here or watching Spacequake Sports final quarter of the Gridiron SA preliminary final, 2nd versus 3rd. The 2nd-ranked Eagles from UniSA, they're 13. The 3rd-ranked Spartans on 6. American football terms, 7 points is a one-play football game. If the Spartans score and fully convert, they would take the lead, and you can score a touchdown on just about any play. 2nd and 13, Eagles ball. And the run to Sevi, and he gains about 4 yards. Early in the game, their running game was averaging about 6-7 yards a carry. Now that's been one of their better runs in the second half. The Eagles were all over the Spartans early. It was an intercept to Jason Kasbara, set the Spartans up 1st and goal from the 9. They converted, and the Eagles got 1 touchdown in the second quarter, courtesy of a long 64-yard drive. Again, Sevi with the call on a 3rd down. So teams are, that was Brown on the carry. And interesting play selections that teams are starting to run the ball on 3rd and long situations.
So the big difference in the running games, it looks like, has been Ryan Ottens. Ottens has been playing up near the line much more after those first possessions. Spartans typically like to sit in a cover 2, Lamont underneath. And this time Lamont is stymied at about the 30-yard line, but Spartans like to play too high. Lamont and Ottens back, but Ottens has been creeping up near the line of scrimmage and just trying to kill the ground game of the Eagles and let the Spartans defensive line get into the backfield and try and clog up the passing lanes before things can get too deep. So, little shift in the chess match between the coaches, and the Eagles haven't had a good answer for it yet thus far.
Do you really want this shot?
So 1st and 10 for the Spartans, 2 receivers either side. Fakes the handoff and gets it to Martin for the 1st down. Tremendous throw and catch by Martin. And Francesca's best throw of the day. First and 10 at the 41-yard line. So, 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. As we see the Spartans with their first drive of the 4th quarter. Palmer gets just twisted and turned, and that's about as unpleasant a tackle as you'll see. Good to see him upright and all right. He was just turning every which way. Gain of about 4, though, and that's what matters as long as Palmer is also well. Second down and 6. Fakes the handoff, looking for a shot downfield. All kinds of contact there, but Martin looking for a flag, but doesn't appear to be one. So third down, Spartans. Still, I don't believe have converted a third down yet today. But out near midfield, this could be 4-down territory if they can get a chunk here. Palmer the setback. 2 receivers either side for Defincheska. Defincheska throws it out. Shabani has it, turns the corner before being cleaned up. And this is going to be close. And he has the first down. Spartans with the first down inside Eagles territory for the 3rd time today. Tremendous, tremendous clutch play by Shabani. Another former Oiler. Who I remember because his yellow shoes always look like a flag. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Handoff Palmer. Palmer gets dragged down. Tamani Sevi on the tackle. And we have an Eagles player down with an injury. So we'll take a quick injury timeout. Palmer checks out. Bourne back in. And we'll be looking at second down after we deal with the injury timeout.
Well, to win this game, Spartans need to get in the end zone and then succeed with some sort of conversion. We're in the final quarter. You usually get 2, possibly 3 turns with the ball in a normal game. So Spartans with some nice passes. 2 good, successful passes completed. Got themselves back in. It's good to see Tamani Sevi back up. Get the feeling this is their chance. Daniel Garner, sorry. The injured player. Second down. 7 yards to go. The ball is at the 34-yard line. 4 receivers, 2 on either side. Play action and caught by Shabani. And that is going to be right on the first down marker. And first down, Spartans. That is their 3rd first down this series. More than they've had the rest of the game combined. All of a sudden, they're moving the ball fluently through the air. 1st and 10 from the 24. They're coming good at the right time of the game, but can they convert? Does the passing game open it up for Bourne? Not particularly. He gains a couple of yards. 2nd down and 8. Spartans now are knocking on the red zone, about 23 yards out.
So this will be 4-down territory for the Spartans. They will stay aggressive again. As we mentioned earlier, Tedmondson can kick, but is also their holder. So if they don't have another holder, they will have to go for it. No field goals. Fakes the handoff. Bourne throws it over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Martin once again, but well in front. Third down coming up. And they will use all 4 downs, you've got to figure, at this stage in the game on this part of the field, will the Spartans. Clutch situation. You want to come away with points because you don't know how many more cracks you're going to get at it, and much less how many more you're going to get inside Eagles territory. 2 receivers either side. Martin and Shabani are the slots, and they have been the favored targets. Bourne in the backfield, and flags come in. Spartans got an early start.
False start, number 54 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Michael Bain called for the penalty, and that is a costly one. Backing the Spartans up to 3rd and 13. Bourne again the setback. Still 2 receivers either side. Spartans generally like to stack their receivers, but haven't been doing too much of that today. DeFrancesca throws it high. Shabani with the reception, but takes it off his feet, and so he's not able to make anything happen with it after he catches it. He's just mobbed by purple bodies, and will be looking at 4th down. And one of the key plays of the ball game right here.
So this is not for the ball game, but it's a big play, and the Spartans have decided it's worth a timeout.
To the Spartans. This is their first timeout for the half.
As mentioned, Spartans looking to make it a hat trick of grand final Great Southern Bowl appearances with a win. Eagles been 4 seasons since they've been in the big dance. It'll all be here at 7 o'clock. Watching on earnestly, members from the Hogs, Adelaide University, starting to get mentally set for what I think will be a shot at a 26th premiership in 35 years. It's a phenomenal record, unmatched by anything in Australian gridiron. But right now it's all about who can they face. Ball's at the 21, so that last play basically got back the penalty.
Surely you were invited to that.
Let's see what the Spartans do here.
Which will make it 5 days straight.
They'll send their 4 receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Bourne, the danger man in the backfield. Full action to Bourne, throw to the end zone and batted away. Flag down at the quarterback. And it's not the quarterback who usually gives away the penalty.
If you just watch the TCU football game, you will notice similar situation here. Getting the stop on a 4th down, but potentially giving it all away with a penalty for hitting the quarterback.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense. Will be assessed as half distance to the goal, 1st down.
So there is the play that the Spartans were looking for. 3rd personal foul of the day on the Eagles, and it is a big one. 4th, actually.
So they're still coming my way.
So not quite 1st and goal. They can still get a 1st down without getting a touchdown, but it will be tight. Eagles show pressure up the middle. Bourne bounces off. Tries to take it outside. And picks up 4 on the carry. They've been using Bourne up the middle, left and right quite a bit. They have a couple of outside runs as well, but haven't been showing them yet today. Playbook has to be open here, though. You aren't going to get too many opportunities better than this one. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Bourne, again, the setback. Eagles. Stacking that box. DeFrancesca lofts it towards the end zone. Catch, but out of bounds. Martin was unable to get feet down inbounds, even though he came down with the reception. Incomplete. 3rd down coming up, and this is once again big play time for the Spartans.
He might get barreled over then, mate. So he might get barreled over if they go that way again. Oh, go after this.
Takes the handoff to Bourne, looking to the middle. Martin has it. Flag comes in late.
I did get that impact.
Did he complete the catch? But flag down.
Holding, number 74 on the offense. 10 yards from the previous. Still 3rd down.
Oh, and just gut shot. Henderson called for the hold. And all of a sudden, it's still the almost end goal to go situation. But Spartans will be looking to score on 2 plays from pretty much back at the 16-yard line. Tedmanson checks into the game as receiver. He's alone on the left, 3 receivers on the right. Bourne again the setback. Fake the handoff to Bourne. DeFrancesca pumps, almost slips, chucks it up. Martin is there. No, he's picked off. And the Eagles come away with the stop, come away with the turnover, and can breathe a sigh of relief as they get out of a dangerous spot. Spartans need their defense to make another stand and get another shot with field position. Overall, coming up with the interception there. First of the day by the Eagles. They've gotten a couple of fumbles, but first interception of the day. Relatively clean game for the Spartans, but that one came at an inopportune moment. DeFrancesca was under pressure, rolled out, and just threw up a prayer that went unanswered. Crummy, handoff, and absolutely nothing going there. Once again, Muldoon on the tackle. Loss of 2 on the carry.
So the pressure now falls on the Spartan D to get the ball back. It's right down the Eagles' end of the field to put some pressure on. The Eagles' offense would love to just get a little bit of breathing room here. They've got the length of the field, a long drive, and a score they could almost book the grand final berth. They're going to pitch it out. Sevi trying to break the corner, which he does with success. Flag on the play. Tension starts to build.
Holding, number 52 on the offense. Penalty will be assessed as half distance to goal. Still 2nd down.
As the players get more desperate, start to take some shortcuts and get caught. It's a holding call on each side that's proved vital for both. So the Eagles are going to start off 2nd and about 15 inside their 10-yard line at about the 5. Eagles, that's the 10th penalty they've incurred this afternoon.
Timeout to the Eagles. This is their first timeout for the half. 5 minutes 11 remaining in the game.
So for one of these sides, there is 5 minutes and 11 seconds left of the season. There is, each side has used a timeout, each have 2 remaining.
So I said Webby instead of Dave.
So it's advantage Eagles at the moment, but they cannot make a mistake at this end of the field. And the Spartans D has had a very good second half. We had a touchdown each in the first quarter, one touchdown in the second, and nothing since. So here we go, 2nd and 15 from the 5.
So high they could touch the sky. There. This way. Oh, thanks for your break.
From the end zone, throws out. It's bobbled by Draper, but caught. He's upended after a gain of 4, and they get a little bit of breathing room out to about the 9-yard line. 3rd and long coming up.
I saw a flag. That's all I saw.
So big play for the Eagles. And they'd love to be able to get out of this situation with a first down, but it's a long, long way to go. Spartans D-line has been getting after it, so.
Personal foul, chop block, number 57 and 68 on the offense. Half distance to the goal, still 2nd down.
Oh, a tremendous, tremendous break for the Spartans. The 5th personal foul on the Eagles. And a chop block is when a player is engaged high and another player tackles him low. It's a very, very dangerous play. So if you're blocking someone, you can block them. You can get a double team, and that's fine. But if your partner in blocking has him high, you can't hit him low. So, handoff. Fights his way almost back to the original line of scrimmage to Sevi. 3rd down, clock is running. Got to figure about less than 5 minutes left to play. So there will be enough time for the Spartans to have a possession, but it will probably be their ultimate one. Last possession of the series, potentially for the Spartans coming up if they can get the stop here. Eagles want the first down where they can draw that clock all the way down. Handoff up the middle. Fighting his way, and for ball comes out. Tedmanson with the recovery. And yes, sure enough, the indication is black ball. Michael Tedmanson hasn't been in the playoffs for a little while. He is making his presence felt here today with the play of the afternoon at this moment. First down, and once again, almost goal from the 11-yard line. Spartans offense on the field. And this could be your ball game right here.
The ball's just outside the 10-yard line. Again, it's possible to get a first down and not the touchdown, but not by much. These teams have been training since July. Some long, cold winter nights banging heads. A 9-game regular season. Steve Francesco wants it all on the first play and incomplete. And now the hopes of both sides comes down to probably the next 4 or 5 plays. The Eagles started so strong, but turned the ball over, which created a Spartans 1st and goal, which they converted. The Eagles again got one more long drive before the half, but since then it's been a defensive thing, and at the moment the Spartans have had the field position advantage. 2nd and 10, the give is to Bourne. Can he find a hole up the middle? There's a lot of purple there. He's gained about 3 It'll be 3rd and 7 from about the 8. Spartans have 2 plays to find those 8 yards. The Eagles, 2 plays to stop them.
So clock winds on running plays, especially if it's not a first down. So clock is definitely building into more and more of a factor as the Spartans take their time on this one. Fakes the handoff to Bourne, going into the end zone, has a man, Shabani. Shabani fights his way forward, may have the first down. It's close. Signal is 4th down. 4th and 1, and here is just about the most exciting play that you're going to see this season. Both teams fighting for a spot in the Great Southern Bowl. Two receivers either side. Bourne gets the handoff, mashes his way forward, and it's going to be close. See where he's spotted. First down. So the clock will roll once the chains are set. There are no chains, of course, but once the ball is set, rather. 1st and goal, and number 11 looks to be featured prominently in these next few plays, I would wager.
4 plays to go 1 yard, and whilst this is all occurring, of course, the clock is winding down. A touchdown, if scored, would make it a 1-point game, and the season then lies on the conversion. A 2-minute warning is imminent. Quarterback keep. Great defensive pressure from the Eagles, did not budge and did not get in. Will be 2nd and goal, and so you can see on the far side of the field, to stick with the number, how close it is to the goal line cone. That is the difference between maybe playing in a championship game or not. 2nd down. Francisco rolls, he's met in the backfield but escapes 3. Heads for the corner, 1 to beat. He's still going, and he did not get there, I don't think. No signal. Sorry, Dave, you don't count.
Running into our blind corner there. So officials will talk this one over, and no play more important. Want to make sure they get it right.
The ball was
Tremendous,
down
tremendous
at the
effort.
half-yard line. 3rd and a half.
De Francesca
3rd
comes
and
up
goal at the half-yard line. 1 minute 23
short.
remaining. 2-minute warning.
Here's the 2-minute warning, and we will take some time to talk it over. De Francesca, with Herculean effort, he was just dead in the backfield on a couple of occasions, fought his way forward, and so 3rd down and goal. Bourne looking for that pylon into the end zone, and there is the touchdown. 13-12, and a very, very vital 2-point play is about to come to determine who plays Adelaide University in the Great Southern Bowl. High drama. 13-12 is your score. Spartans have a field goal kicker but no field goal holder. One play.
Yeah, right. Because that's a field goal.
Eagles.
Timeout to the Spartans. This is their second timeout for the half.
Eagles lost the minor premiership due to an inability to defend a 2-point conversion that gave Adelaide University the win. Now, a 2-point conversion is what separates them from the Great Southern Bowl. Will they come away with the stop and possession of the ball? Or will the Spartans take the lead and the Eagles have just under 2 minutes left to make their own miracle? Two receivers either side. Bourne, the setback. Too far out for a De Francesca keep, you'd have to think. De Francesca, jump pass into the end zone. Flag down. Little trickery there, but flag down in the backfield. Flag is waved off. Eagles get the stop. 13-12 is your score. Plenty of discussion from the officials here. Spartans offense yet to leave the field. All sorts of discussion here. The fate of both teams hangs in the balance here. Early indication was that the flag was waved off, but now we're having a discussion. As we wait for
Personal foul,
clarification.
roughing the passer on the defense. Half distance to the goal, replay the try.
Sure enough. Just when you thought it was safe to exhale if you were wearing purple, we will go again. 13-12. Spartans going for two. A chance to win. Would be their first lead of the afternoon. And what a time to get it right here with less than 2 minutes left to play. Half the distance to the goal, which makes a run more simple. Bourne, the setback. Two receivers either side. De Francesca drops, throws, has it into the end zone. There is your 2-point conversion. Damian Egan with the reception. And it is 14-13. The Spartans lead with a chance to go to their third consecutive Great Southern Bowl. The Eagles less than 2 minutes to try and make the miracle. They do have a field goal kicker in Plowman who can put them in front without necessarily needing a touchdown. But heartbreak for the men in purple. Can they get the offensive going when it has been stymied consistently here in this second half?
My goodness. I've been following this league for 35 years and I have never seen that. Flag thrown, waved off and thrown again. You don't have a dog in this fight. How's the roller coaster ride going, fans? Eagles still have a shot here. Spartans lead 14-13. But the Eagles will have the ball and they're going to let it go if it goes into the end zone. No, it's going to be run back. I'm not sure if it actually got to the goal line. We got another flag.
Illegal participation by number 9. Continued participating without a helmet. The ball will be re-kicked.
Well, we give points for the bravery for playing without the helmet. Not sure about the intelligence level, but it gives the Eagles, they wouldn't mind having a re-kick here, because that looked disastrous in terms of where they were going to start off field position. It is a 1-point game. The Eagles can kick field goals, but they've got to get to, you reckon, around about the 15-yard line to give it half a hope. The kick with the breeze. Picked up. Here comes a very, very important run back. Right up the middle and down at the 35-yard line of the Eagles. They've got to get about 40 yards in about a minute to get in field goal range.
Damian Egan making the tackle for the Spartans on the special teams, and
Eagles have 3 though. Sideline, please. Sideline. Back it up.
the game falls on the shoulders of number 7, Crummy. 2 receivers either side. They need plays, and they need to get out of bounds. Crummy takes the snap, looks to his right, left, throws high, complete, down at just about midfield, so the clock will stop while the chains are set. Flag down. Flag down in the backfield, which means this one may be coming back. Early indication is against the Eagles. Once again, next week, the Great Southern Bowl, 7 o'clock. So if you're watching in Texas, you probably won't be up for that one. 14-13, the Spartans lead. Less than 2 minutes left to play.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 52 of the offense. 15 yards from the previous spot, replay first down.
15 yards. Generally, when a flag comes in from that position, it's a hold, which is just 10, but 15. And at the least opportune time for the Eagles, their 7th personal foul, including the 2-point conversion roughing the passer. And those penalties have cost the men in purple over and over again today. Crummy drops back, throws short, incomplete. Flag comes in late, and that could be an automatic first down and give the Eagles fresh life.
Well, sometimes you see games at this level where the fatigue, the desperation, you start getting flags every play, and it is possibly going to be the team that can calm down the first that might just take this out.
Holding, number 20 on the defense, 10 yards from the previous spot. Still second down.
So we've had 15 yards back, 10 yards forward. All it's done is taken some seconds off the clock. It's first down, and I reckon about 15. Spartans have been penalised 11 times this afternoon. It's at the 30. It's caught by the Eagles at the first down marker. possibly a foot shy. Eagles have taken a timeout because the player did not get out of bounds. And it's not a first down, it doesn't stop the clock. And there are no
Timeout
flags on this
for the
play.
Eagles. This is their second timeout for the half. 46 seconds remaining.
So just to remind the folks who may not know how the clock works, the clock will stop for a timeout and the Eagles have one left. It'll stop on an incomplete forward pass. When the player with the ball runs out of bounds, it'll stop on a change of possession, stop momentarily for a penalty and a first down. Ball is at midfield, as mentioned. To have any shot, you think the Eagles have got to get it down to about the 15-yard line. That would be a 32-yard field goal attempt into a strong breeze. 2nd and 10.
So, motion across, 2nd down and very short. Crummy throws in and out of the hands, incomplete. Barron there. 3rd down and very short. And definitely 4-down territory for the Eagles. It's a long off season if you don't get this first down. But 2 downs to do it so they can take a shot and then try to cram it up the middle on 4th down. Spartans defense looking to answer the bell one more time. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Crummy takes the snap, looks to his left, 1 receiver side, throws incomplete, off the hands of his intended receiver, was looking for Draper. 4th down. 4th down and very, very short. So clock stops on the incomplete pass. And so Eagles get the time to talk about it. Key play here. If they get a first down on the ground, the clock will stop while the chains are reset. Crummy moves under center, surges forward, spins, falls forward, just looks to have the first down. There's the first down. And looks like the Eagles have called their final timeout, have they?
Timeout to the Eagles. This is their 3rd and final timeout for the half.
Interesting.
31 seconds remaining.
So what, Eagles have still got 4 more attempts to get there.
So important for the Eagles here, from their perspective, to sort out what they're going to do the next couple of plays because they don't have the ability to call another timeout. They've used their 3rd and final. The ball is marked just the Spartan side of midfield. As mentioned, 15-yard line is about where they have to get to, and of course they can't stop the clock with a timeout to set the field goal. One play game. So timeout gives everyone a chance to take a breath. It's been a frenetic 10 minutes. Eagles with 3 receivers on the right-hand side. Can go to the one-on-one contest on the left, incomplete. Flag on the play. Out of bounds. Clock stops.
So early indication is the flag is on the Eagles.
Pass interference on the offense, number 33. 15 yards from previous spot. First down. 25 seconds remaining.
Draper called for the penalty. And so 1st and 25 now for the Eagles. Long way to go. Lamont back. Crummy drops back and tackled in the backfield. The Eagles need to get on the line in a hurry if they're going to spike it, because otherwise that could be the last play of the game. Eagles need to get ready in a hurry. Flag comes in. Very important flag because there could be a runoff. Spartans up by 1. Flag deciding everything right here, right now. We'll have a conversation with the coaches and the side judge. As we iron out all the details as we're looking for what could be the final play.
Illegal procedure on the offense. Failure to set. As this penalty stopped the clock, we get a 10-second runoff. That's the end of the game.
And the Spartans come away with it. Since the clock was running on the previous play, the sack, the penalty is a 10-second runoff. The Spartans win 14-13 and will go to the Great Southern Bowl for the rematch. The Adelaide Hogs waiting in that championship game. Third time lucky for the men in black, or will the Hogs come away with yet another consecutive championship? We will decide that here next week, 7 o'clock. But the final here today, the Spartans 14, the Eagles 13. The Spartans are going to the Great Southern Bowl next week. Tremendous, tremendous drama all the way through the fourth quarter of this one.
Good work, man. Good work.
Heartbreak for the Eagles, jubilation for the Spartans, and sets up a tremendous game next week.
And we'll have a Gridiron South Australia. For those who are here live at Riverside, thanks for coming out. For those of you watching on the Space Squawk Sports coverage, thanks to them for putting the stream out. Hope you enjoyed the game. And between Nick Priest and myself, we hope to see you next week where there's a championship at stake. Drive safe and goodbye from Riverside.